Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of Steele Forces You to Watch Him Play Hades. Ooh, hello. We are in the House of Hades. At the end of last episode, we died for the first time, emerging from this lovely pool of blood, and we're now back home. This is where we go when we die. And by we, I guess I mean literally everyone, but particularly us as Zagreus. Let's talk to this individual.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you.
Yeah, you do.
That means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Words to live by, Hypnos. Words to live by.
Some of us more than others.
Go say hi to Dad.
Stupid boy.
Oh, jeez.
I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Have you know it was a blast.
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you.
Preach, brother.
So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never
These
reach
two,
the
they need to
surface.
just, like, hug it out.
Go. See for yourself.
Who is a good boy? It's Cerberus.
I was not just merely listening to this.
Hades, I can forgive a lot of things. But Cerberus is a good boy who deserves a good petting.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus
I will not
regards the
concede
underworld
this point.
present with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
Man, I need a pet. Let's look around.
You have come home.
I have indeed.
Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You make
Fingers crossed.
contact with the goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
I believe it, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
Sorry, adjusting my microphone a little bit.
I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually.
Yeah, they do tend to meddle a bit.
We are.
And then up here, we've got our good buddy,
Returned.
the man with the famous heel.
Despite the circumstances, remember your training out there. The pain of death.
And fear is for the weak.
So having played Bastion, I've not played a lot of Supergiants games. I've not played Transistor yet, though I should. Oh, I've only just noticed you're leaving these flaming footprints behind. That's awesome. I have not played Pyre, which is another game of theirs. But this game reminds me a lot of Bastion, just in how well fleshed out kind of this hub world is here. That even when you're not kind of in the midst of the primary gameplay loop, you get this characterization, you get just these gorgeous designs. It's very well done to make it feel like when you're not in an actual run, you're still immersed in the world. They do a fantastic job of that. Soundtrack does a lot to help that too.
The House of Hades. That dark and lavishly appointed lair of the underworld's king is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
That is the term I usually use to refer to myself.
You know I can hear you, old man.
Yeah, see, that makes me so interested to find out who is this old man, who is our narrator. Because I do not know, but Zagreus seems to. Can I go through here eventually? No? Ooh, do we have something here?
How goes it, Shanes?
Wonder if we'll meet Orpheus. Hop on into our bedroom. And what a bedroom it is.
I'm back.
How do I get a joint like this? How do I get a Cyclops skull next to my bed?
Night.
That's what I want for Christmas. Okay. So I think we are definitely going to want Death Defiance, which is basically one free bonus life. When we die, we'll come back with half health. That is going to greatly increase our survivability. Because healing is not super easy to do. So I'm just going to spend all 30 of my darkness on that. And you can see that if I gather more chthonic keys, I can unlock a few more talents that I can pour points to in this mirror that will help us get stronger and stronger between runs.
The power of night.
But what I want to use my chthonic keys on this run lies through here in the little practice room
Okay.
where I can unlock some weapons. And I do not have enough for this spear, which is a shame because I am a sucker for a good spear. But it looks like this time we are getting
There we go. Coronacht.
Coronacht the Heartseeker.
Let's steal some death.
Steal some death indeed.
What the?
This is our boy Skelly.
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name Skelly has it going, but
The coin in the mouth is a great touch.
So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
Will do.
Remember having you on payroll, mate?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal.
I don't trust him
Just
for a
try and
second.
beat
He
it.
is the true villain.
If you insist.
Yeah, that's it.
It's gonna turn out that Skelly was Kronos all along. Getting a feel for this. Press Q to volley fire. That's nice for if I'm getting surrounded a bit. I think definitely not my favorite weapon, but not a bad one. But I do think for my next run proper, I'm gonna stick with my sword. Gets the job done. Ooh. Did a little bit of a combo there, actually. I need to play around. I need to use that Q more, especially if I've got a lot of enemies around me. Let's just take a quick little peek from a nice perspective above Tartarus.
First get past the wretched shades of Tartarus.
Wretched indeed.
Easier said than done. And doubtless I'll be running into Meg.
Naturally.
Flame ought to be just beyond. Find a way up to Elysium from there, and after that... Alright, let's give it another shot.
Let's. I was just having a
Alright, one more time.
conversation with roommates about, you know, just the state of the world. And, I'm hoping that masks stick around. I don't know if that's a hot take, or if,
Is this really him?
other people agree with that. I do hope that shortly... Howdy, Zeus. I do hope that before too long, masks will no longer be a public health necessity. I hope we can get to a state where, we won't need them anymore.
Lord Uncle Zeus lending his...
But I think that when, you know, it's not a necessity, they still look kind of cool. I'm into masks sticking around just as a fashion statement. I am also, to rewind to an anecdote from last year, which feels odd because I feel like time rebooted in 2020 and old stories just aren't relevant anymore. But I saw someone walking around my college campus just 100% wearing a cape. Wasn't a jacket tied to their neck, wasn't anything, just they were wearing a cape, and I support that to an extreme degree. Don't mind if I do. I think that, you know, there are old fashion statements that we can bring back and new ones to fuse with it. Masks and capes, get some cloaks in there. What else? Pointy shoes. I'm not talking like Jester pointy, just, you know, a little bit of a point at the end. Gives it a little flair. I don't know if the world's ready for cod pieces yet, but let's keep it on the table. What else do we have? I'm very fortunate that, society hasn't decided that jumpsuits are the way of the future. I feel like you see that a lot in, like, speculative, old speculative sci-fi. I can't say I'm a huge fan. To each their own, but never been a jumpsuit guy. Don't know what that pressure plate does, but I can only assume it's something I'm not interested in. I need to be using my special more. So I'm a big fan of having Zeus's chain lightning on my primary attack. I am curious to see how many gods they've got in here as options to get boons from. Because so far we've encountered Zeus, Athena, Dionysus. And I know that they have Ares. Oh, we've encountered Artemis too. I don't think I said her. I know they've got Ares, and I'm totally blanking on her name. The Romans call her Venus. This is... Oh man, I'm losing my my Greek mythology nerd cred. The goddess of beauty, goddess of love. I want to say it starts with a P. It's not Persephone. She's different. Although, as a tangent, very curious if Persephone is in this, because you've got the pomegranates of power, which are an allusion to her story. Speaking of,
Power of the gods.
but she is not who I'm thinking of. Well, I guess if we run into the goddess that I'm thinking of, we'll find out what her name is. that is going to haunt me and bother me. But anyway, as for some Olympians we have not run into, I've seen no sign of Hermes. Ooh, ow, that's bad news. I got too used to my sword deflecting projectiles in the last run. I can't get complacent. Haven't seen Hermes. Haven't seen Apollo. Haven't seen Hestia, though I doubt we will. She always kind of gets the short straw in fun reimaginings of Greek myth. Who else? Oh, we're missing Hephaestus. I feel like you could do cool things with some Hephaestus boons, but I've seen no sign of him so far. There we go. Hera.
I can use this to unlock a weapon.
There's a nice selection. I'm curious to see if we go through... Oh, here we go, a heart. This'll help us figure out the name I'm blanking on. And I'm sure I'm going to just feel, like, very silly when this obvious name is revealed. Okay. We've not run into Poseidon yet on in this recorded footage, but I do know he's in there too. Can't skip out on the firstborn of the Titans, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. Ooh, that hurts. Pay attention. Okay. The big three. Obviously, we're not getting any boons from Hades. I don't think he's too eager to help us out, which is a bummer. So I'm sure he'd have some fun things to offer. Demeter is Persephone's mother. That's another Olympian that could potentially show up. And then the fact that they've got Achilles. Oof, wow. I have taken a lot of damage on this fight, and I need to not do that. The fact that they've got Achilles. Ooh! Oh.
Anyone else?
Alright, last chance to remember her name before I pick it up. The Goddess of Beauty... not Pa? What we got?
Be a mess. Let's see.
Why, hello.
Aphrodite! I'm an idiot. Okay, so her stuff inflicts weak and a little bonus to our life gain, which might be worth doing because I'm taking stupid damage. And that ought to help my survivability. And now weak reduces the amount of damage that enemies deal, but it doesn't really let me kill them any faster. That seems like decent damage for a cast. It might not be a bad way to go. But I think I'm gonna go with Life Affirmation
Interested? In the
to hopefully keep a little more health restoration coming to me in the future. Aphrodite. Of course. There is a P in it. P's the second letter. Okay.
dust.
Now, I need to be careful because I have allowed myself to take way more damage than I should have. And these witches are clearly, a problem for me because I don't have, I've not run into Athena and don't have any, oh my gosh, any deflection in this run. Okay, play it smart. Play it careful and play it slow. Get in there, get out. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. I'm sure me, oh my gosh, that was so dumb. So dumb for me to have to waste my Death Defiance before even reaching the first boss, but at least the run's not over. Take a moment to focus up,
They got me.
dash around a bit.
No way to patch up. Got to keep going.
Alright, well there's Poseidon, so we'll at least get a little bit of him. Wow. Alright. If I had a train of thought before, it is thoroughly derailed. I have no idea what I was talking about, if anything. But that's fine. Just means I get to focus on these guys. One thing I was saying is I really like that we've got Achilles chilling in the House of Hades, because, you know, anyone who dies ends up somewhere in the underworld. This isn't really hell in the sense that, you know, only the damned end up here. And that really gives us some leeway to interact with any number of figures from Greek mythology. And I remember that one spirit just a few minutes ago mentioned Orpheus. It'd be really cool to get a little bit of him in here. Ooh, good dodge, good dodge. Theseus, Perseus, a little bit of a voice crack there. That's lovely. Great feature for episode 2 of a new channel. Let's go.
Crashing waves. A trident.
Who could it be?
It's Uncle Number 2. It's got to be.
Good guess, but we don't know for
In the
sure.
name of Hades.
Ahoy there, little Hades.
Howdy, Neptune.
Recognize your uncle, do you not?
I do.
There's a lot of
What do you have for us? My special, which again I'm really underusing, might not be a bad idea. Hydraulic Might doesn't seem terrible, but what is this? Just a little bit of a boost in the kind of rewards we get. So if I'm not mistaken, so this is coin down here. We lose all that if we die. It's just usable at like Charon's shop throughout a run. This is darkness. That's what we can spend on. Oh, it even says on the side here. And then gemstones will let us kind of add new features to the House of Hades. And I don't know exactly how in-depth that is, but I like the idea of trying to boost how many of those I get early on so that our future runs can get a little bit more complex. Oh, speaking of, as much as I like getting some chthonic keys, actually no, I think I will go for the keys because I really do want to unlock that spear. I'm a sucker for that action.
Come forth, wretches,
Ooh.
and stop this meddler.
I think that's a bad sign. Okay, so this room is just a survival challenge, which is easier said than done. But hey, statistically, I've been alive longer than I've been dead, so I think the obvious conclusion is that I am immortal. Ooh. Speaking too soon. Let's just keep it moving. I hope I'm not just... Ooh, not good. I think I don't know what happened to me, but I think I stepped in a trap. Dealing decent damage, at least. And I think if I survive, they all disappear. That is correct.
There.
Alright, that could have gone a lot better. It could have gone a lot worse. Let's count our blessings. Got another key.
To a weapon.
Palm of Power, and I need health. I think that's a Centaur Heart, which I support. Let's trash these guys. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these corpulent individuals are down here in Tartarus because of their lavish lifestyle. Oh my gosh, alright, I'm at 1 health. I need to shut up and focus. Playing any roguelite is a learning process. You get better both as you unlock new abilities, new items, new upgrades, but especially just as you get the hang of the gameplay. So you learn to stop making stupid mistakes, which obviously I still need to do. There is no escape. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we did not make it quite as far as we did in the last run, which is a bummer, but we do now have 5 chthonic keys, which I think should be enough to get us some nice stuff. So we will take off here. We will start up the next episode here in the House of Hades, get ourselves some new swag, and hopefully at least get to the first boss again. I'm confident that we can beat her if we get back. But until that time, thank you for watching. I hope you'll tune in next time. Take care.